Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Please subscribe if you haven't yet already. It's a red button beneath me somewhere, and if you click on that you'll be subscribed. There's also a white bell next to that, and if you click on that you'll get an alert every time I upload new content. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That would make me very happy. Today's video is, I believe, the 7th in a series where I am using the Sephora house brand #Lipstories lipsticks and am starting the makeup application portion of the video with foundation, eye primer, brows, and obviously lips done, and building the color story of everything else like my eyes and my cheeks with this lipstick as an inspiration. Today I am using City Beat. It is a matte dark blue. It's not really very matte. It says that it's matte, but it feels more emollient than most mattes do. It's not, the coverage is not great. I did apply several layers of this, but that's totally fine because the color is so interesting. Today for the eyeshadows, I'm using a bunch of Colourpop Supershock Shadows. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. All right, first I'll go in with Liberty, this really pretty silver, with my ring finger, and I'm just going to apply that on my lid. I'm going to bring it up a little bit, but it's super pigmented, and I want most of the pigment to be on my lid. So I'm going to take what I have left over on my finger and bring it up a little bit, and I'll probably do some blending with a brush, just not application with a brush, except for what I'm going to use for liner. All right, bring this up a little bit on this side just so they're kind of more symmetrical. All right, then I'm going to go in with Dare, really pretty sparkly purple. Again with my ring finger, which I wiped off on a towel, but I'm not going to clean because I'm not too concerned about there being, I'm not going to try to have the colors be very distinct. So it's okay if there's still a little bit of silver on my finger. This I'm going to hit just on my lid. And actually I'll bring it up a little bit like that, but still trying to keep it in the center. So I'm bringing it up higher than I normally would. It's into my crease a little bit, so you can kind of see it when I open my eyes. Or when I close my eyes, not when I open my eyes. This I will wipe off completely with the makeup cleansing wipe, just to make sure that that's completely off. Then I'm going to go in with Wild Thoughts, really pretty pinky purple. Fuchsia, I don't even know what color I would call that. Again, going in with my ring finger, and this I'm going to hit kind of on the outside. I might go back in and pick up some more color for that. Yeah, it was a challenge thinking about what colors I would use with this. I was really on the fence between trying to do something neutral and more wearable, and just being pretty sparkly metallic Neapolitan ice cream, which is kind of what I'm doing a little bit. All right, gonna clean this off. Gonna hit a little bit, actually more of that, and actually will use a brush with some MAC Fix Plus. This is a Real Techniques detailer brush with some Fix Plus. And I'm gonna go back in with Wild Thoughts in my inner corner. So I'm just gonna pick some up on the brush and just hit that there. And I'll actually bring it down a little bit. So I am gonna line with a color, with a Super Shock Shadow color, but I just wanted to put some color in the center there. All right, and then to line, I'm gonna go in with Luckfully, which is just this beautiful blue. It's might have a little bit of a shimmer in it, but it's not as metallic as the other ones. And I'm using a Morphe M443, which is larger than most of the liner brushes that I use. Fix Plus, and I'm gonna pick some of this up. And this, I'll first start lining on the top of my lid. And I wanna keep this pretty wet, so I may end up going back in with more Fix Plus as needed. And then I'll bring it on the bottom. And I'm going to try to have the blue end where the pink begins. So I'm going to bring it almost all the way over and bring it up a little bit higher, a little bit closer to my lash line. I'll zoom you through my other eye. For blush, I'm going to use the Balm Cabana Boy. I like this because it's kind of a cool toned blush. I didn't want something too bright. And most of the shadows that I'm using here are pretty cool toned. And then finally I'm going to go back, actually I'll put on mascara too, but I'm going to go in with one of these Real Techniques This is one of the dual-sided brushes that are meant for highlighting and strobing, but I'm going to use the fluffier side of this just to blend this out a little bit in my crease. It just feels like the silver is a little bit stark going up, and I just want to blend that a little bit more. All right, I'll do mascara off screen. I'm going to use Benefit Roller Lash. All right, and I feel like something's missing, and I may live to regret this, but it's just makeup. I feel like there's something missing. I feel like there's just too much shadow and not much definition. So I'm gonna go back in with Luckfully and back in with this kind of liner brush. And I've never been good at cut creases, but what I'm gonna attempt to do is bring this shadow up a little bit, kind of give myself a wing. Maybe that's all I needed to do, maybe not. That's what I was thinking I would do. I'm just gonna do it and we'll just see. I'm gonna just put this in my crease. Cross your fingers, hold your breath. What are we thinking? Wasn't gonna make it worse, right? It wasn't bad, but it was certainly not at all what I normally do. That's not terrible, actually. Bring it all the way in, which I'm sure will be making my eyes smaller, but I do not mind that at all. I will do the other eye. And yeah, if I had been using not Supershock Shadows, I would have probably put something in my crease, some neutrally or not neutral, maybe like a blue or something matte, but because I'm using Supershocks, I wasn't really using anything in my crease. So, and actually, now what I'll do, because the pink doesn't extend as much as I want it to, I'm gonna go back in with this Real Techniques brush that I used just for my inner corner, and I'm going to apply a little more just inside this little wing, and then a little more inside this little wing. I think that's better. All right, this is the finished look. It's not what I don't know what I was expecting, but it's fun. These are fun colors. As I'm moving away from reds and pinks and oranges, there are still some of them those more kind of not neutral, but more wearable everyday colors waiting in the wings, but I'm enjoying this. This is fun to really, really, truly be outside of my comfort zone. And thank you for accompanying me. There is a lot to do in the world and a lot to do on YouTube, and I really, really appreciate the time that you took to spend with me today. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.